Ha!
Welcome to Thunder Nerds. I'm Brian Hinton.
I'm Janelle Pizarro.
And I'm Frederick Philip Von Weiss, and thank you for consuming the Thunder Nerds, a conversation with the people behind the technology
That love what they do.
And do tech good. Boom.
Hey everybody, we are live at DevFest Florida 2019.
In Orlando, Florida. Magical contemporary resort.
Yeah, and we are super honored to be here and speaking with another one of the magical speakers today. We have Aygul Zagidullina. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I hope I said your name correctly.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
which we just recently learned means moonflower.
Literally the coolest name ever.
Wow.
Like, hands down the best
You
name.
should just go by Moonflower.
Yeah.
Be like,
Yeah.
"Hi, I'm
A
Moonflower."
moonflower. Yeah,
you.
that's very pretty. I like that.
I mean, she does go by Moonflower, though.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
technically,
I used to have a chat
true.
name, you know, like back in the university.
Oh my
years.
gosh! I'm Moonflower. Calm down.
So, if you don't mind, tell our audience a little bit about you and what do you do?
Yeah, I'm Google Assistant developer. So I'm developing apps for Google Home, now for Google Home Hub.
Oh, wow.
You know, it's just such a cool opportunity to get into everybody's homes, kitchen, living room, sometimes bedroom, just everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is what I'm doing on a daily basis. I'm also a mom, so I'm trying to get my daughter, who is 2 years old, into tech. So I hope she will be a software engineer. We're kind of buying her all these STEM toys and kind of preparing her.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
my husband is also a developer. He's also a speaker here.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's an Android developer, so I'm a Google Assistant developer. So
What's his name? Okay.
he's going to talk like right after this session.
And what's his talk about?
He's talking about Android.
Oh, okay, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah,
cool.
let's see the family business.
so do you have like Google Assistant devices everywhere in your home?
Yeah, we have 2 in living room and then 1 in each other room. Yeah, including toilet.
I mean, you have to, right? If you work on
Yeah,
it.
and we have Google Home Hub. I just love, when you're cooking, you just kind of, your hands are, busy.
Yeah.
So you just kind of talk to your Google Home, like, next step, when to add, flour, when to add oil.
What's
Like
the
the
most
screen.
used thing that you take advantage of?
I think I love cooking, so I just use it for cooking. But my daughter, she loves, we just ask Google, can you sing a song? And we just dancing. And Google was, by the way, the 3rd word she learned ever.
Really?
It was mommy, daddy, and then Google.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh!
Wow, that's really cool.
That just shows how tech is really, coming into the home. I'm a little mixed on that. I don't know. Mom will not do that.
Exactly. I used to keep it to myself because I'm a bad parent.
No, what are you talking about?
You're not. No.
One of our buddies that was on the show a while ago, he told us that his 3-year-old learned how to tell time by saying, "Hey Alexa, what time is it?" And
don't do that.
And he
Stories.
was it's not gonna pick up. And then when he was in the grocery store, his little son did the same thing because he just assumed Alexa was everywhere. He's like, "Alexa, what time is it?" And but it was just super cute.
Yeah, I think that's the future because voice
It
is
is,
so
yeah.
natural.
Yeah.
Like, it's just talking. Like, what can be more natural than that?
Mhm.
It's just
Yeah.
million years old, right?
And then how do you I love with the screen coming into play with which one is not the hub but
The smartest thing for Google Home Hub. You're
yeah,
right.
okay, yeah, the fact that you can say, hey, show me a recipe, and then boom, it's on there, and then next, and it slides over and shows them that's part of the recipe. I mean, that stuff is really cool.
Yeah, you know what I like the most? It's just there, but it doesn't jump into your face. It doesn't demand you to always constantly be there. You can be disconnected with your family, but at the same time, you can enjoy time with your family. But at the same time, whatever you need,
Yeah, it's there.
yeah, it's right there. It's just one look away, one tap away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's part of your family instead
Yes.
of annoying your family.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's in the background and it's there for you when you need it.
Absolutely.
Support system.
What do you say about? What do you say about? I mean, my biggest concern, why I only have one right now, is the privacy. Like, what do you say? Like, how do I feel? How do you make me feel safe with it's not going to always be listening and not always going to be watching and not,
I know this.
That's what bothers me. I'd love to have a bunch in my house.
I know.
Because it is always listening, right?
Yeah.
No. So technically no, and
I mean, this is
even better.
Okay, Google.
There is no camera in Google Home Hub, so you can actually literally put it in your bedroom, and that's okay. But like as a German, I feel your pain. You know, lots of people are concerned about privacy.
Sure.
Some people just trust Google. Some people just don't trust Google, and of course, it's your choice, personal.
Yeah.
So I chose to trust Google, and that's why, of course, you know, the more data you give, the more personalized results.
Yeah.
That's what I find really amazing. And so I think the future will be there where people exchange their data to get a benefit. For example, they give all the information about you, and then come in the hotel, and they give your favorite drink, you know, into room. They put it.
Love
for
that.
example.
Yeah.
They put, you know, your favorite show there. You know, how many times? Like I don't drink alcohol. Just like you know, like it's just my thing. You know, I just don't like it.
Yeah.
But like so many times, I would enter the hotel room and find there like expensive bottle of either champagne or wine, and I would be like, yeah, I would really love freshly squeezed juice right now, you know, like or just like just anything, just Fanta. I mean, but just so if I would give data, and if they would get data from Twitter, from I don't know, Facebook, Google Plus, analyze it. Or how many times I was getting, you know, like coupons for bungee jumping, for parachute jumping, for swimming, and I cannot do any of those things. You know, like or like Mercedes, they just keep sending me the driving, you know, these test drives, and I cannot drive. Like no, I am sorry, I know I cannot do so many things, but like yeah, and like you know, just don't send me this, send me something else, you know. Like, and that's what I think that same is Google Assistant and Google. The better it is for you because they will deliver you the better data.
Yeah, I think as long as they give us the access to see what they have and be able to really eliminate it, that's what and make that really as transparent as possible. Where I can go and see, oh, well, they see that my favorite drink is lemonade, and I'm like, I don't want them to know that for some reason, whatever. Or it can be like, no, it's no longer lemonade. I want strawberry.
Yeah.
You know,
lemonade.
Strawberry lemonade.
Yeah. So you want to know what they know about you.
Yeah, and be able to change it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, see, this is where you come in. You were talking about how to, you know, get apps ready and be transparent, right? Like literally be able to see what's going on, right? So what does this talk about? Tell us more.
Yeah, so I was talking about optimizing Google Assistant apps for smart displays, because once I saw the first, you know, Lenovo, and then Google came into game with all this Google Home Hub, and Lenovo has their own smart display. I just was like, that's brilliant, because oftentimes, especially people of the older generation, they're like, well, it's just speaker, it's kind of not enough, not visual enough. But Home Hub is right there. It's brilliant. You know, it has this, it knows about you, it listens to you, but at the same time, it has this amazing visual component. And I just, as a woman, you know, I really wanted to make all the apps beautiful, you know, so that they look, you know, that they're just pleasing your eyes, and you want to use them because they are so usable, you know, they are so nice, and they're just getting addicted in a really positive way to them. Yeah, you know, just them, engaged with them, and that's what the talk was about, how to make it, but beautiful, also useful. Like when you put picture, but it actually means something, so it makes sense. For example, like usually when you make an Android app, you know, you start with design. You decide about colors, you decide about, you know, how it will look like. But in Google Assistant development, you actually start with the purpose. You first design the dialogue, and then when something is missing, then you add an image on top if you need it. So it's like, I like it. I like that the purpose of the app is always there. Because sometimes you see Android apps and they look so fancy, and then it takes like, you know, like you click and there is this fancy intro, and then something jumping, some icon, something pops up, and you just, what is this app about?
What does it make sense?
What am I doing?
But Google Assistant keeps it really simple. They want dialogue between machine and person always be there, you know, on the first place. And image should only help to fulfill that purpose. That's what I like. I think this person really, I don't know, of course, how it will develop, you know, maybe in the future.
It's the pure level of design. I mean, generally in design, you do that, but what happens is all the other clutter of the interface ends up kind of overwhelming that. With Google Assistant, it's like pure, this is accomplished, and there's only I like that.
So it's very simple. but it's still beautiful.
It's like it's primitive,
It's
like
a
minimal
moonflower.
Simplicity, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a moonflower.
It is like a moonflower. Oh,
Hey!
hey!
You- yeah, so that's what it's about. And hopefully we will see more high quality, apps in the near future.
What got you involved in that? What
Yeah.
really made you want to invest your time into Assistant?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the platform is so new, and I just felt that one thing which really makes it special, that with the voice you can accomplish so many things which weren't possible before. And two things here: there are so many people who are disabled in the world.
Yeah.
And with voice, you can control, if you use IoT, you can even control your room. You can lift your bed. You can do so many things, turn on, kettle. And I just thought this is amazing possibility. It has this. Another second one is that there are so many illiterate people in the world who cannot read or write, but they can speak. They still can speak, because who can't, right? Everybody got the voice. And I just thought, and also there are so many technically illiterate people who cannot, tap, who might find it hard, to scroll and something else. And voices again, so natural. And I just thought these two things will make it really the next big thing. And I want to be part of that.
Yeah, it seems so multifaceted, accessible, right? So
Yeah.
like, even if, people can't speak, they can maybe like see, right?
Yeah.
Which is really cool
And
too.
yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, that's so mind blown. Done. every talk.
How far do you think it can go where like simple actions now where you're like, hey, show me this, show me that, make, like your example of start the kettle, the coffee brewing.
Yeah.
Like, can it go beyond that where you're doing, I guess, work with it? You can conversate, like, how do you feel about it?
Absolutely.
Like, what's the next stage?
Yeah, I mean, you can make really complex things. You can make, imagine you have a factory and you can make, let's say, you can connect drone to the system. So you can talk to drone, bring me some piece of something from another room.
Wow.
So you can connect lots of different things.
Sure.
So you can make it really complex. But at the same time, if you want to keep it simple, you can keep it simple. So it gets as complex as you want, and it can be as simple as you want. It's really flexible.
Wow. So like, okay, here's an idea. So I'm thinking, like, what if, you have a company, right? And you're like, I don't really have very great accessibility features, right? At all. Like, everything's terrible. We're going to get sued, right? Like 100% going to get sued.
GDPR, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be terrible. This is not a real life story, but just so you know.
Okay.
Unlike the yellow toe.
No, it has So with this, like, having this Google Hub, would it be, possible for a developer to even just be like, hey, you know what, as a team, let's, make this, workflow that we have, let's say, it's buying groceries, right? Like that's a thing, right? Like the Instacart, all of that.
Yeah.
You can't use that, right? So like, what if it'd be really nifty to have like, hey, I can say all of my grocery list, and then it makes it happen.
Yeah.
Right?
You
like
can even pay for it.
Yeah. It like the whole workflow is right there. And then if you want to see like, okay, there's my receipt, then you can see it at the very end.
You guys are scaring me.
It's beautiful, right?
But I mean, movies were destroyed for me because of Netflix and Amazon. I used to love going to the video store and like looking at all the videos. It's a very tactile experience. I don't want Google picking up my bananas.
Oh.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
You really
How old are
do.
you?
What?
How old are you?
He's 55.
Well,
Are you alive?
you know what I am saying though? Like, another thing I'm afraid of with all this stuff is that we're losing the direct interaction with things. Like this conversation we're having here, I can feel that.
I can feel that
she's there. I can give her a tap on the shoulder.
It was
like,
Oh, you can tell.
but
Google
I'm being
but with girls, like for instance, that example, like there's something about picking the tomato. There's like a variety of tomatoes here. I smell this tomato. I feel it. I can smell how good it is. this is a really good tomato.
Sure, the human experience of it. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not saying I don't think this stuff is amazing. I love it. I have a Pixel book here. Obviously, I love Google. I love the technology, but just hope that people understand that
there has to be a balance. If you go out and get your own groceries, that's one thing.
This gives the opportunity for people who maybe are elderly or disabled or need
exactly.
I completely get that.
There's a time and a place for these kind of things. If you're busy, you work in a city, there's these services now that will put gas in your car for you. They'll come out to your car and you'll never have to worry about going to a gas station.
That's been
same thing you need groceries, you come home, there's your groceries. That's wonderful.
I feel like Google Assistant is like your superior buddy who always remembers things, and it's like you don't need to remember what you want to buy.
Kind of like my big brother.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's like extension of you. It's like better version of you who is like perfect you. Well, so you can still go, but it will remind you what to buy for it.
It frees you up for other things, just like the way we don't hunt and gather things anymore. If we want food, we go to a grocery store. And you could argue the same kind of tactile.
Well, you can argue back then that there's a lot of people back then when that was occurring, when there was less of the hunting, and it wasn't that long ago that the concept of going to a Walmart or a Target or supermarket just didn't exist. There was local markets that got farmed from farmers.
So I'm not arguing one way is better, but
it's in that step.
It helps us free our minds to do other things.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, a lot of that helps you come back to your home, right? And literally be with your family, your friends, and actually get that experience in the home that most people have been missing for a long time, right? So I think that's what matters.
Yeah. Sometimes it used to take a whole day to go to a grocery store. That was a thing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's the friction type of thing that they have to deal with, and it's an interesting challenge to how do you make people accept this type of technology. I love the fact that's on everything, like the Google Assistant on the watch is and the fact that it scales and it's flexible across all the different platforms.
1 billion devices at the end of this month.
Wow.
It's really amazing.
Wow, that's
that
amazing.
Is incredible.
I saw the new headphones that are going to be able to translate languages, 40 different languages in real time. That's sick. Wow.
Yeah, I use that every day of my life.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. So speaking of, we talked to John Papa and, a lot of other people who have their kids kind of being all into tech. And you were talking about how you have your little one here.
Yeah, you said your daughter's going to present next year?
Yeah.
She's
100% presenting.
That actually be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
How's she growing with geeky parents?
Yeah.
Yes.
How is it?
That would be amazing.
You got it.
She can do right after her talk.
Oh my gosh. No.
Yeah, I would love her to do that. Yeah, definitely. I just wanted, her to be in tech because I think this is the future.
Mm-hmm.
And if she will show, other girls that, this is not a boy thing, that you can be a girl. And at the same time, you can be geeky. Yesterday in the pool, she was playing with all the cars she could find in the pool. And people say at the same time, boy was playing with her like a ducky,
Yeah.
So I think that this is all really things of the past. They're
really
all stereotypes.
Yeah.
And she's really into tech. And I hope that the next generation, once they're starting so early, they will get all of us in the future so much faster. Because when did it start? When they were 15?
Yeah.
Maybe 14, right? But they started with that at 2.
Yeah.
So they had
We're so behind now.
It's funny when John Papa was in here, his son, which I believe he said was 7.
Building a game.
He was developing already. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I saw, just recently there was a 9-year-old girl presenting at a meetup about React. That 9. She's 9 talking about React. She's just look at this thing. This is a component. Let's talk about it. 9.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Yeah, it's going to be very different when the older we get. We're going to be seeing some rapid improvements.
But it's actually challenging as a parent because you feel sometimes really guilty. Some parents would try to make you feel ashamed that oh, you put her into tech and why do you ruin her life? And maybe she'll pick because she's doing. It's not I'm putting her into TV for passive consuming. I want her to become a maker, not a consumer.
Yeah, a producer.
Yes, producer, and that's very important. But lots of parents would, kind of feel that we are choosing the path, she can still make, devices for medicine or for something else, for theater.
Yeah, right.
Or for art. I mean, she could also grow as I mean, that's implying you're not giving her the openness to make her own choices, which you're not. You're just introducing her.
Absolutely.
And she could become older and be like, I want to be a nurse. Or whatever.
Absolutely. But you don't want to miss that opportunity to give them the right knowledge.
That's right.
This is really, really important, I think.
Yeah, but that's something that, some other speakers were talking about too, is that, if you have your hand in tech, you have your hand in absolutely anything.
So many ways you could go, and especially for her age, like obviously the world is her oyster. She could learn so many different things and take a career in anything.
And also, I think at the mom have this responsibility. Lots of people would tell me, like when I was pregnant, they would tell me, oh, you are pregnant, 18 months old, and you are still going to conferences. It will all change. Like once you have a baby, your life is over. You're out of tech. You are sitting home. Yeah, seriously, I was literally, and I just felt, oh my God, I will do my best. I wasn't sure it will work, but I will do my best. And that last year was like, she was born 2015. So like that year was her first year of filled with her life. And I was like, I will do my best to deliver talks and deliver workshops to also inspire other women, to show them that life is not over. Nothing needs to be changed dramatically. You still can go and do what you love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that never makes sense to me. The whole like, oh, it's over once you have a kid.
At the same time, you still have conferences where you go with a baby and they ask, "Are you here with a husband who is a speaker?"
Yes, that happens. Yeah, I've literally seen that happen, and that's terrible.
That's why you say no.
No, my husband is actually here watching my child. What are you talking about? Like,
didn't happen in Florida though, so all good here.
Okay.
But I'm not saying of course which conference, but it happened literally to me like a couple of months ago, and attending an amazing conference, and they literally told me, "Oh, there is no way you have a baby. Are you really a speaker? Like, actually will stage?" Like, and I was like, "Yeah." Like, why? It's so strange.
That's so terrible.
It's a baby. What are you thinking?
I try. I'm not freaking out. Like, I'm okay.
Like, I'm not gonna fight you. I promise. I want to, but I'm not going to.
That's why I think it's very important to actually go there and like do it.
Yeah.
Start just bringing your baby on stage with you.
I did.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for helping break those kind of stereotypes. It's really important for people to do that.
Real.
Thank you. Yeah, and hopefully it will change. It might be like a little step, like in the right direction.
It's a huge step. What are you talking about? It's amazing.
Yeah, every step like that helps the progress of human evolution.
And I'm not the only one. I see lots of, similar, women who are bringing babies. So hopefully all together we're doing this right thing, like motivating. I met lots of amazing moms, developers, also conference speakers,
I don't have babies, but I'll bring my dogs in solidarity. I'll just be like,
yes,
dog.
That's amazing too.
And then once I have a baby, then I'll bring my baby.
Yes.
And I'd like to even see the reverse, where I feel like a lot of fathers don't accept the fact that they have the kids not with them, and that's what I love about Johnny. I brought his son in here. His son was sitting up at the table while he was every year. Which was awesome. And I like to see that both sides, both mom and dad, are like, "Hey, my family's with me. We're experiences." And before here, I want to ask Mike. My one question I really like asking is a lot of people don't realize the amount of effort that goes into preparing a presentation and all the material and research and gathering. I'd like to know a little bit about like your experience and how you prepared, what you did. Just you could share that with us.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, of course, I started building a real action because it's.
And by action, you mean like Google.
Google Assistant, the action on Google. And because to me, it makes no sense to just kind of copy documentation because like everybody can read.
Yeah.
Like trust people. So I really took the real life example and showed them this is how it's built. This is how it looks like. Because once you show people, this is how it can look beautiful and usable, and then hopefully will inspire people. And then if you want to build something like that, this is how it's done. And I always want to start with the real life example, because I think this is very important for people to see end product, because that's what motivates. When I saw and used real apps, I was like, oh my God, I want to create one.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will motivate people to create their own. And definitely, of course, I also research, I check apps of my fellow they are doing, because all GGs are doing some really, really innovative things and some amazing things. Like Alan is at this conference also just gave a talk about also Google Assistant, and I just love checking what is the latest coolest thing there, what can be done, what can be included, because you want to talk about the latest technology, not what was possible like a year ago.
Yeah,
something that is like really in, like it's just so fresh. Like a smart display, they just like appeared. They were announced in October. So people got hands on them like in December literally, and we are now in January, right? So it's like really a new thing. And so I think this is something that is my strategy always, to take a new thing, to explore it, to build something with it. And this is my daughter coming.
Hi, beautiful baby.
Basically this is how I built it.
Yeah.
So hopefully that this will inspire people to use the latest feature and build the real stuff, which is both beautiful but also useful for people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Well, hey, thank you so much. Really appreciate you coming on the show. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Moonflower.
Amazing.
Really, really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. We got more coming up. Appreciate it.